Salaam guys, welcome to a new vlog. I'm with my brother Dawuud. Yes. We're here at Speaker's Corner. A little bit heated, it's hot today. But yeah,
man, it's beautiful though.
we're not gonna get involved. I'm not gonna get involved in the debates, bro.
No.
We don't do that. We don't do that, bro.
That's exactly what you did, bro. He was just asking me earlier on how to like record vlogs and stuff, and you just go along with the day, and that's how it is, isn't it?
Literally, bro. Literally. Nah, I already put up a vlog before. It was at do you know Izaha? Izaha the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at the event, spot project in Izaha.
Okay, cool.
So I was doing the event with them. I was at the event with them. Did a vlog there. Met a lot of people. Do you know there's a poet called Othman, or like Tommy Amen.
Tom and Eamon, yeah.
Tommy Amen and Smiling Ant.
Yeah.
I met all of them. It was pretty good.
Beautiful.
Pretty good, bro. Yes. Check out his Instagram.
Shout out Tommy, man. Tommy's like a very close friend of mine.
Oh really?
I love him. He's a mentor. Like I look up to him, man. He's a beautiful soul.
Exactly, bro. Tommy, if
And
you want,
the other ones as well, of course, in their face soul.
yeah, Tommy, if you're watching this, hit us up, bro. Let's go out for iftar, man. When are we going out for iftar, bro? Yeah, so my brother has his own brand called MEEZAN on Instagram. So there's a lot of unique clothing. So I just wanted to know, he called it MEEZAN. I've never known why he called it that. I wanted to know like how he came up with the brand and an idea. So yeah, how did you come up with the idea, brother?
Well, basically, Meezan, of course, in Arabic, it's an Arabic term and it means scale, right? Measure scale. And it comes from the root word wazn, yeah? And wazn is like objects Muslims used to use, Muslim Arabs used to use to like weigh up objects for like trade. Especially because, you know, the Arabs are known to be traders in ancient times. Well, the meaning of it and why I named the Meezan was because at that time when I wanted to do something with clothing, I was heavily influenced by a chapter in a book, and it talked about the spiritual scale that we humans have. Okay, and it's a scale that we use to measure how much good and how much contribution and how much positivity and negativity we have as an output.
Yeah.
Now, ultimately, every human has that scale. Okay, and that's where the idea came from. That's where the name came from. I was greatly inspired by that. But the clothing itself, the company, if I was to describe it in a sentence, I would say beautiful clothing for positive people.
Wow, it has such a deep meaning, bro.
Yeah.
Especially just the word Meezan has such a So it means in Arabic it means scale.
Scale,
It means scale.
Yeah, that's why when you go on Instagram, scale.
That's why. I feel like because it's so unique, it's so different from everyone else to see.
Thanks.
And obviously, because it has like because obviously when I hang around his brother, when he sees something, he'll go and get. He saw one Syrian brother, wearing some these trousers. So he wearing these trousers, he saw it. He ran. He was like, literally. He saw his eyes dash at him. And he was like, "Hey, brother, where did you get those trousers from, bro? I need to know. Don't stop. Don't give me food now. Tell me where it's from, please." Because every piece of clothing that he makes, it always has it's always inspired. Like Salaam, man.
Is it good?
Good. What's this for? It's a vlog. It's actually a vlog video.
Well, you vlog as well,
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name's Naeem.
Nice
I just started, so you wouldn't know me.
Yeah? What's your name?
Dawuud.
Dawuud, yeah. Hussein. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Follow my brother.
What's your name, brother?
Hussein.
Hussein. Do you have Instagram? No? No worries, bro.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful. That's the vibe that we have in here today.
Exactly.
But just on that point that you said, why, like when I see things, the reason why I do that is because, as a fashion designer, you're a bit like a poet.
Yeah.
Like you capture time, you capture a moment, and that moment could define a collection, it could define a piece, it could define a t-shirt, it could define socks, and that's what it is. And it's because beauty leads to positivity, or should, like real true beauty should lead to positivity. That's all what it's all about. And as a positive person, you should always kind of measure, okay, how much good am I doing right now? Okay, you know, how much am I contributing? That's where this, you know, initially the idea comes from. Yeah. Thank you, man, for asking me, bro. We've been on your vlog. The second time now.
No, the second time. You know it, bro. Yeah. Next time, obviously, it's gonna be actual. An actual channel that I'm gonna be making. That's gonna be. It's gonna be around streetwear brands and brands in general, especially clothing brands, fashion brands. So obviously, we're gonna have like a full-on interview. This guy, full-on interview on the entirety of the brand, the ideas, how he came up with it. So yeah, inshallah, you get to see that soon as well.
I'm not Igbo.
J.J. Williams is a damn fool who wrote a book in the early 20th century.
I'm not an Igbo.
I studied this when this man was in short pants.
I'm not an
I
Igbo.
know what he is. He's an Igbo man. He's from Anambra or Igbo State.
I'm not an Igbo man. I've always said I'm what? I've always said I'm a what man? I'm a Yoruba.
You're not Yoruba.
Yoruba ni mi ẹ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀
Yoruba.
nígbà yẹn.
Kí lorúkọ Yoruba o?
Táíwò lorúkọ mi, kí lorúkọ ti yín?
Okay, you can speak Yoruba. So Igbo don't speak
Lorúkọ ti yín,
Yoruba.
ibo lẹ ti ń bọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ lókun lọ́rùn.
Let us keep it in English.
Tó irọ́ wo lẹ fẹ́ máa pa fáwọn èèyàn tó wà níbí? Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀.
You're not Yoruba. You are all, okay, wait first. Let's deal with Yoruba. The Yoruba also got this belief from Samuel Johnson. Now let me tell you who Samuel Johnson is. All of this has nothing to do with the Bible. When the philanthropists and abolitionists were attempting to put Christianity in Africa because they stopped taking them as slaves, they needed to keep colonies where they can drill all the oil and the cobalt and the minerals. Yeah? What they did is they decided it is better to Christianize the African, better to pacify him in his land. They took people from Sierra Leone, returnees, Yoruba returnees like Professor Samuel Johnson. They trained them in the seminary, the theological colleges, and then sent them to preach Christianity to African peoples who are not yet into any what you call organized religion. He doesn't like the word book. He's got to run away because I know who he is. I know what he is. I can tell you, the people called Samuel Johnson and these mischief makers created an origin for the Yoruba people, saying they came from the Middle East. That is the problem. Yeah. So people, now there are other writers, later writers, who have come and disproven that a long time ago. But this belief that they are pushing, this Hebrew Israelite, it's not new. But it was created by white missionaries. I'll tell you who created it. From start to finish, it came from mischief makers like Samuel Johnson, even among the Igbo, people like, what they call the guy who was captain of the state? Gustavus Vasa. They got them when they were young. I know about this. I've been teaching this when he wasn't born. Right? I know where they got this teaching from. Deuteronomy chapter. No, I'm going to cut to the chase and leave because I've
Don't leave. If you leave, you're a wimp.
I'm a wimp.
If you dare leave, you're a wimp.
Okay,
Only wimps leave without letting the
I'm a wimp.
competition speak.
Don't shove no
I'm hearing everything you say.
Not destroy the extremity of thy beard. Where's your your locks? Where's your hair locks? You're a biblical man. Where's your this thing?
Are you attacking the information or the man?
Man?
Which one is it? The man or the information?
That's what you do.
You look like a demon right now.
I know, I'm up in you.
You look like a demon right now.
I came to pay you a visit.
Look, let's talk on the
Your
thing.
history
Let's
is
talk on the thing.
No, your basis is not that.
You're
It's
vibing
Samuel
too much
Johnson.
energy for nothing.
I know.
You're making a whole lot of noise, but not moving.
Nice. I know
Let's
it
get
doesn't
to
feel
the
nice.
thing.
I know it doesn't
What are
feel
you
nice.
not afraid of?
I know it doesn't feel nice.
Feel nice?
Samuel Johnson is not that. What you believe is a Christian missionary who was trained by English people to tell Yoruba that their ancestry is from the Middle East. They sent it to the Hausa, they sent it to the Yoruba. They go and give us this rubbish, and we've been believing it since the 19th century.
Crazy.
It's like we don't like to be African.
Why don't you just
We are
prove
not
us wrong?
happy to be African.
Why?
So we gotta be from the Middle East.
To be African,
Because
man.
we want to be from, because the white man and the Arab, everybody come tell us we're not good looking enough.
Crazy.
We're not nice enough. So we want to be white people We want to be Arabs. We want to be everybody else.
Happy with what you
Just
are.
be an African. You don't need to be an Israelite. They don't like you. You go to Israel and see if they like you. They don't care about you. And the Lemba are not even Jews. So don't bring Zimbabwe and the Lemba. The Igbo are not. None of these people who claim to be Jews have been accepted or even classified as Jews.
So who are the real Jews?
They ain't got no real Jews. Because the word Jew and the idea of Israelite is an ethnicity. Ethnicity is a fluid concept. It's a fluid concept. Ethnicity is not a static concept. So people today who claim they are Yoruba, in the old days they might have been called Oyo people, they might have been called Nago and Nago people, they may call them. The term Yoruba itself is not an ancient term. It's not. So the concept of ethnicity is constantly changing. If those people in Israel, those white people, with this Hebrew language that they just revivified about 100 years ago, claim to be Jews, I give it to them. You know why? They maintain, for better or for worse, I don't think they are Jews. But I give it to them. Why? For better or for worse, they maintained an unbroken continuity and connectivity with the Torah. They did. For better or for worse, it is not us who revived the Hebrew language, it's them white boys who did it. So this thing we come piggybacking on white boys and we are Hebrews, it's a crook. Crook, man. I don't want to say more than that. I don't want to swear I'm fasting. But I'm done with this. I know there's nothing.
So guys, just finishing up this vlog. Super tired, and it's actually been a long day. So yeah, inshallah you guys get to check this video out. Like and subscribe. Definitely check out the link below. There's gonna be a donation page in the bottom, going towards Gambia. It's actually part of Spot. It's actually part of Spot project. They don't know I'm doing this, but I'm gonna put the link down below so you guys can donate to them. So inshallah, donate to them. They're good cause, helping children in Gambia, helping orphans in Gambia, and then building mosques and school facilities for them as well. It's raining now, so we gotta lock this up here. Alright, so guys.